Are you trying to decide whether you should live in Bremerton or Silverdale? In this video, we're going to try to help you answer that question. Okay, so let me start by just giving you a little lay of the land for those who may not be familiar. So this here is West Bremerton, and this is East Bremerton, and this is Silverdale. This body of water is Dyes Inlet, and this little channel is called Port Washington Narrows. And typically to get from anywhere in Bremerton to anywhere in Silverdale, you're looking at about 10 to 25 minutes. And both Bremerton and Silverdale offer some great things that the other one doesn't. And so if you become a local, regardless of where you live, it's very likely that you'll be traveling back and forth between the two throughout the week. Bremerton has about 45,000 residents, while Silverdale has around 20,000. But even though Bremerton has about twice the population of Silverdale, Silverdale is actually the commercial heart of Kitsap County. And so even though Bremerton and Silverdale are very close to each other in proximity, they're actually quite different. And it's not to say that one is necessarily better than the other. In this video, we will hopefully help you determine which one is better for you. And just for the record, Silverdale is unincorporated. So what does that mean for you in comparing the two? Well, if you want to be the mayor, you can't do it in Silverdale. Now, if you're someone who will be working here at the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard, or maybe you'll be commuting frequently to Seattle via the ferry here in Bremerton, these two are right next to each other, and these two are about 20 minutes from Silverdale. So this is going to add about 40 minutes to your daily commute every time that you have to come down here. So if you prefer not to have to make that commute every single day, well then Bremerton right off the top might be a better fit for you. And alternatively, if you'll be working at the St. Michael Medical Center behind me or at the Bangor Sub Base here in the Silverdale area, well then living in Silverdale might be a better fit for you if you'd like to avoid that 20-minute commute each way. The median home price in Bremerton right now is around $500,000. And the median home price in Silverdale right now is around $585,000. So in general, you'll get more for your money in Bremerton, and that goes for rent as well. Now, Bremerton has a bigger variety of housing types to offer and a bigger variety of neighborhoods. Whether you're someone who's looking for a more affordable home, somewhere in the $375,000 to $450,000 range, or whether you're somebody who's looking for waterfront property, Bremerton has a lot more options to offer than Silverdale in both of those. Now, in general, the homes in Silverdale overall are going to be newer than the homes in Bremerton. And you'll probably find more options for brand new construction in Silverdale as well.
Hey guys, we are here at St. Michael Medical Center in Silverdale. This is the biggest and only hospital in our region. There isn't one in Bremerton. They actually spent 10 years moving their Bremerton hospital to here. This is the spot where you will go to get really any medical attention you need. It is also one of our largest employers here in the area. So, if being close to medical service is important, Silverdale might be the best option for you.
Now, when we compare the Bremerton School District and the Central Kitsap School District, statistically, Central Kitsap is going to perform better. However, this is something that Chris and I can talk specifically to because both Chris and I graduated from Bremerton High School. And we know that lots of kids get a great education through the Bremerton School District, go on to go to college, and go on to live very successful lives. And you might note that Bremerton has more diversity, which some parents may prefer. Now, for the Central Kitsap School District, there are 3 high schools, either Central Kitsap High School, Olympic High School, or Klahowya Secondary. And so if you're a parent and you prefer your child to go to one of these specific high schools, you'll want to make sure that you live in the proper boundary for that high school. Bremerton High School is the only traditional high school in the Bremerton School District, but Bremerton also has a few other options. Renaissance High School is an alternative high school for those students who may not perform well in the traditional school setting. And you've also got the West Sound Technical Skills Center. West Sound Tech provides skills training to students and adults all throughout Kitsap County. And we should also mention that Bremerton is home to Olympic College. This is right next to Bremerton High School. So whether you yourself or maybe you've got kids who are getting close to graduating age and you want to have an opportunity for some continued education, well, that's going to be in Bremerton at Olympic College.
Welcome to Bremerton High School. Built in 1988, Bremerton High houses grades 9 through 12 for the Bremerton School District. There have been many great athletes that have come through Bremerton. Most recently, we've got back-to-back state championships in basketball, 3 in a row for the cheerleading squad, track and field state titles, and swimming state titles. And in 1999, the Bremerton High School golf team went undefeated and won the Olympic League Championship. And who was a member of that team? This guy.
Hey, we are in Silverdale at Central Kitsap High School, one of the 3 high schools in the Central Kitsap School District. This district is one of the most desirable in our area. I have a lot of clients that want to move to this area. And back in 2019, they reopened this entire new campus. So all new buildings, all new sports fields. And I'm coming up here and I'm looking at this field. I graduated in 2001. And I think if my field looked like this, I probably could have gone pro. But instead I went pro in selling houses. And that reminds me, we have a word from our sponsors.
There are a number of parks in Bremerton. And in this video, I want to talk about 2. The first one is Lions Park. It's located in East Bremerton, right off the Warren Avenue Bridge. At this park, there are multiple baseball fields, softball fields. There are a number of pickleball courts up on the hill, huge walking paths all the way around the park. There is a place to have barbecues and get-togethers. There's a kids playground on the back end, and you can hop in the water. You can drop a kayak. It's a huge park, tons of parking, and a great place to hang out. Now I'm over here in West Bremerton at Evergreen Park. Evergreen Park has great walking trails. You're also right on the water, and there's a boat launch right on the other side of Nolan shooting the video. You've got huge covered sections where you can sit, you can enjoy a meal with friends, family. The playground is much bigger than the one over at Lions Park, or at least in my opinion, it's bigger. There's basketball courts, horseshoes, you can play volleyball, tons of cool spots, and it also has a lot of wooded area. So if you want to hang out and have a picnic underneath the trees and some shade, especially on a hot day like today, it'd be pretty sweet.
We are here in Silverdale at one of my favorite parks. It's the Clear Creek Trail System. It is almost 8 miles of interconnected trails. There's free parking, easy access. You can bring your dogs as long as they're on leashes. And my kids love it too. They bring their bikes. And that is my sister. That's really weird. Hey, Katie. See, everybody comes here. It's pretty neat. We might see my wife here in a little bit too. But we're right off Silverdale Way. Like I said, free parking. There is a dog park here as well. So if you continue on the Clear Creek Trail, it's a nice, easy walk all the way through Silverdale. It brings you right here to Old Mill Park with this beautiful view of Dyes Inlet. We are in Silverdale Waterfront Park, right in Old Town Silverdale. We're out on the marina here. There's a really nice boat launch over here as well. This area, this little park is the center for whaling days every July. Something you should check out. Some great playground equipment for the kids and just some really great views. And you actually see the Peak of Rainier over here, and we're kind of right here at the mouth of Dyes Inlet. Every once in a while we get some orcas in here.
So one of the great things here in Bremerton is this marina. We're right downtown, and this is going to be a great place for all of your boating needs. And if you go out to the end of the marina, you're going to see a lot of people doing some fishing out there. And you've also got access to this huge boardwalk. This spans all the way from the Seattle Ferry down to the USS Turner Joy. And you can see there's lots of space here. This is a great place to come down with family and friends, enjoy the beautiful scenery, the marine life, take your break on lunch, whatever the case may be. And this is also going to be the home of the Blackberry Festival that happens every Labor Day weekend. Okay, so let's compare the 2 downtown areas. I'm downtown Bremerton right now. I'm in Quincy Square, and neither of these is particularly bustling. It's not downtown Seattle. However, Bremerton is going to be a little bit more robust, just a few more restaurants, more cafes, more bars, more things to do. And like I say, I'm here on Quincy Square, and all throughout the summer, they shut this little section down, and they've got lots of different festivals going on. Today, it's the Hip Hop Festival. So Bremerton is going to be a little bit more robust if you're looking for that in your downtown area. And here we are down in Old Town Silverdale. Now, this is what I have always considered to be downtown Silverdale. I guess technically Silverdale is unincorporated, so maybe there is no downtown. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments what you think. But you'll see that it's quite a bit quieter than downtown Bremerton. Now, there are some shops, some restaurants, some bars, and there's definitely some activity going on here, but going to be quieter than what you'll find in downtown Bremerton.
Hey guys, we are in Silverdale at my favorite restaurant. This is Silver City Restaurant and Brewery. They are nationally recognized for their beers, a lot of medals at the Great American Beer Festival. Food is outstanding. They've got great pizzas. Greek pizza is one of my favorites. bunch of sandwiches and burgers. The French dip, usually one of my go-tos with a side Caesar salad. They got an andouille sausage gumbo that is amazing, and great kids menu. My kids come down here, chicken fingers are great, macaroni and cheese is awesome, but my kids forced me to come down here, and it's really not too hard to twist my arm. We are just leaving Silver City. Just want to talk about Silverdale. It is the hub for chain restaurants. There are a ton of options here outside of that as well. Just within walking distance of Silver City, we got Red Robin for some burgers. Across the parking lot, we got Montezuma's for some great Mexican food. Further down Silverdale Way, we've got Spiro's, Forelli's Pizza, the Yacht Club Broiler. Actually, just across the street here, we got one of my favorite sushi joints, Joa, and then Peter's Kitchen, some great ramen. So really, kind of whatever food you're looking for, Silverdale is that central hub.
Okay, so we are down here at one of my favorite restaurants. This is a new spot, just opened this year, Char Kitchen. And we're right downtown Bremerton. We're overlooking the marina. They've got a great menu here, all kinds of variety in their items. My favorite dish is a salmon aglio e olio. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Salmon with noodles. It's delicious, but like I say, they've got a great variety on their menu if you're into something different. We've got this amazing patio out here overlooking the water and the marina, and some pretty cool seating inside. They did a great job with the decor in this restaurant and the ambiance. So one of my favorite spots in Bremerton, Char Kitchen.
I want to show you my favorite restaurant in Bremerton. Located right underneath the Manette Bridge, you can pull your boat right up, tie off, and come on in for a bite to eat. Originally, this restaurant was just a boat shed. In the 1970s, a family bought it, decided to turn it into a small restaurant, and at the time, served beverages and burgers, fries, eventually leading into seafood. If you like seafood like I do, this is a great place to go. In fact, the calamari is the best in town. Take a look at the boat shed.
Now, I would wager to say that Bremerton has a little more diverse selection of food options, but I'm not going to get too strong on this stance because I know people have their opinion, so I'll leave this one to the comments. For the locals here, do you think that Bremerton or Silverdale has better overall food selection? Okay, so let's talk about nightlife, and as I talked about before, nightlife here in Kitsap is a little bit limited, but there are bars and there's things to do at night here in both Bremerton and Silverdale. So right behind me is a South Pacific bar. I'm right downtown Bremerton. We're right next to the ferry. A few more doors down, you would find the Drift Inn, which is a little more of a dive bar with pool tables. And just a few blocks up from the ferry, we've got Town Portal. This is a 21 and up arcade. Okay, and now I'm right here on the corner of 4th and Pacific. And right down here is Ashley's Pub. You take these stairs down, actually it's kind of cool, kind of fun. And they've got every board game you can possibly imagine in there, and alcoholic beverages as well. And then just a few doors down, you'll find the Horse and Cow Grill. They've got a bar in the back. And so these are a few spots that we have just right downtown Bremerton. We've also got some other spots all throughout Bremerton. You've got the Cloverleaf Bar over in East Bremerton. You've got the garage up in West Bremerton. You've got McLeod's, which would be a better spot to go if you're looking for some dancing potentially. Downtown we've got the Manette Saloon, and I'm sure I'm leaving a few out, I apologize, but those are some of the spots all throughout Bremerton. So like I say, it's not downtown Seattle. You don't have a bustling nightlife, but there are things to do and you can get some activity and you might even find some dancing. If nothing else, you can find somewhere to have a good drink and just relax. And for bars in Silverdale, I'm standing out front of our place. We're right off of Silverdale Way here, and I know that a lot of my coworkers like to come here for karaoke night, but the bar scene here in Silverdale is going to be a little more limited than the amount of options that you have in Bremerton. You've got the Peninsula Brew House, and you do have a few other bars throughout town, but more options in Bremerton. And for grocery stores in Bremerton, they're going to be a little more straightforward, but you do have plenty of options. Right behind me, we've got Fred Meyer, which might be Kroger where you're from. We've got a couple of Safeways, and we have a SARS. For grocery shopping here in Silverdale, you're definitely going to have more variety of options. You've got the almighty Trader Joe's behind me. Right across the street, you'll find Costco. Up at the Trail Shopping Center, you would find Sprouts. So you've got a lot more variety in your grocery shopping options here in Silverdale. Okay, so we are walking right down Wheaton Way in East Bremerton, and this is the major commercial strip. There's a similar commercial strip over on Kitsap Way in West Bremerton. And one of the things to note when comparing Bremerton and Silverdale in these commercial areas, the majority of these were built much earlier than the buildings in Silverdale. And so A lot of these buildings have gotten to be run down and kind of ending the near of their useful life. So it's not going to feel as nice as some of the areas that we're going to walk in Silverdale, but it is slowly but surely beginning to get refurbished. Right back behind me, there used to be a Kmart there. That building's been refurbished. This is a brand new Wendy's that just got built here. There's a Sherry's up here. Looks like it's slated to be either refurbished or torn down. I'm not sure. There's a Floor and Decor that just got put in, and this whole building over here got refurbished. It used to be an Eagle Hardware back in the day. There's a brand new grocery outlet there, Planet Fitness. So all this has been refurbished. Over on this side of me, you'll see Goodwill, Petco, and those have not been refurbished. So again, just in comparing Silverdale and Bremerton, these commercial areas in Bremerton, a little bit rougher, a little more run down than what you're going to see in Silverdale. And here we are up at the Trails Shopping Center in Silverdale. And as you can see, this is really a brand new facility up here. Much nicer than what you'll find over there in East Bremerton and West Bremerton and some of those commercial corridors. You'll find these brand new outdoor shopping centers here in Silverdale. Nothing like this in Bremerton. And Silverdale is also home to the Kitsap Mall. There's about 60 to 65 stores in here, and it is your classic mall, which is great to have. There's lots of great shopping in there, along with all the other shopping opportunities throughout Silverdale here. But the main thing to note here is that if you are someone who likes to be close to all of these shopping and amenities and all these things that we're seeing here in Silverdale, well then living right here in Silverdale, being 5 to 10 minutes from this is probably a pretty good option for you. But my wife and I do live in Bremerton. We're about a 20-minute drive from Silverdale. So we do make the trip maybe once or twice a week to come out here to any stores that we might need to stop by, Trader Joe's, something like that. And it's really not too bad. So even if you decide that Bremerton is a better fit for you, for your lifestyle, don't worry. You're going to be really close here to Silverdale and be able to make the trip out here once a week, no problem. And so comparing Bremerton and Silverdale is a little bit tricky. Out here in Silverdale, you've got basically all the stores and shopping you could possibly need. Overall, you've got newer homes. You've got a really good school system out here with Central Kitsap. But all of this comes at a higher price tag. But Bremerton has a bigger variety of homes and a bigger variety of more established neighborhoods. And I would venture to say that Bremerton has a little bit more character because of those established neighborhoods. However, you're a little bit farther to your big box retailers like Costco and Target. And some would probably say that some of the Bremerton neighborhoods are not as clean as what you'll find in Silverdale. And I'd love to hear from the locals on this one. If you live here in Bremerton or Silverdale, jump into the comments, let us know, let everybody know, where do you think is a better place to live, Bremerton or Silverdale? And if you're looking to buy here in Bremerton or in Silverdale or the surrounding areas here in Kitsap County, my name is Nolan and I'm a part of the Kitsap Unlock team at Windermere Real Estate in Silverdale, Washington, and we would love to help you buy or sell your next home here in Kitsap County. Feel free to reach out to us directly anytime or click the link below to go to the website. Thanks for watching.